Hello everyone, this is part 3 of What If Naruto Was Abused and Abandons Konoha to Train, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Naruto arrived at the academy a few minutes before class was scheduled to start. Hey Iruka, Naruto yelled while running into the classroom. Wham! Oh sorry Iruka-san, Naruto said to the teacher while pulling him up. That's okay Naruto, I'm just waiting for an assistant to help me watch over the graduation. So why are you here? Well actually I'm your assistant, Naruto said trying to hold back his excitement. A sweat drop formed on the back of Iruka's head. The Hokage didn't really do this to me, did he? Iruka thought. Naruto will probably cause more trouble than he will resolve. Oh well, Iruka dropped his head. Alright Naruto, here's what's happening. All of the students in the class have to form 3 buncheons. If they can they pass, if they can't they fail, no exceptions once they take the exam. Some students every year are given alternate exams because they excel in other aspects of fighting and are unable to do the particular exam, but luckily there are no such situations this year, so it will be easy to grade. Okay, I got it, so why do you even need an assistant? Well that's a good question, Iruka replied, rubbing the back of his head. I guess the real reason is I have to come up with the teams by the end of the day, so I guess that Lord Hokage thought you would grade them by yourself and rank them from best to worst while I prepare what I think the teams should be due to their progress this year. I'm grading them by myself. Naruto shouted happily, a sadistic twinkle in his eye. Iruka's sweat dropped seeing it. Well, maybe I should help. What? No way, don't you think I can do this myself? Naruto asked in disbelief. Well it's just tar. Don't worry, I got it. Have fun making the teams, Naruto shouted, running off before Iruka had a chance to stop him. Naruto and Iruka walked into the classroom. Good morning students, Iruka called out. Today we have a guest who will supervise the examination. Please make it easy for him to grade you. I'll be upstairs in case of an emergency. Oh, and Naruto, when you call them up take them into the room over there, said Iruka, pointing to a small room across from where they had just walked in from. Sighing, Iruka went to the staff room to grade his papers, shaking his head all the way up the flight of stairs. I sure hope the Hokage was right in trusting Naruto. Alright everybody, I'm in charge today, Naruto said, grinning evilly. What? Everybody shouted except for Shino and Hinata. A shocked expression came to their faces, but they remained calm. Even Shikamaru was in a state of shock and was smirking evilly. Maybe I can get Naruto to let me watch the clouds and not have to take this stupid test. Okay, so who wants to go first? Naruto asked overenthusiastically. How the hell is an idiot like you giving us the final exam? Sakura said, fuming. Iruka is busy upstairs and I was recommended by the Hokage. Naruto smirked as the angered look on Sakura's face disappeared and she sat back down, embarrassed at her ignorance. Alright, so who wants to be first? Yeah, what the hell is some kind of special test or something, because there is no way a dobe like you is giving us the test. Sasuke spat out, disgusted by the situation. Naruto pretended not to hear or notice Sasuke. Choji, do you want to be first? Naruto asked, smiling at the bigger boy. Sure Naruto, let's go. They both walked into the room. Okay, Choji, Naruto said after sitting behind the desk. Please make 3 buncheons. Got it, Choji said nervously. He easily made 3 clones and Naruto handed Choji his headband. Good job, soon we'll be able to do missions together. Yeah, that'll be great. Well, I guess I'll call in the next person. Who should it be? I don't know, call in whoever you want. Bye. Choji nodded happily at his friend he had passed, and he was a genin. Ino, Kiba, Shino, Hinata, Shikamaru and even Sakura passed easily after that. After all the new genins left, it was just Naruto and Sasuke. Come on in Sasuke, Naruto called out. What do I have to do, loser? Sasuke said, barely acknowledging the boy's existence. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself. Fight me. Before Naruto had finished the sentence, Sasuke had sprinted toward him. Sasuke created 20 buncheons and rushed toward the blonde-haired boy. Naruto, you are only an obstacle in the road to revenge. I will defeat you. Naruto was shocked at how much Sasuke was blinded in his anger. He punched Sasuke in the stomach, hard, after reading his angered movements easily. He picked the confused Uchiha up by the collar. Your hatred makes you weak. Sasuke fell to the ground, not even bothering to get up and attack again. How could I lose? I'm an Uchiha. Sasuke caught the falling headband Naruto had thrown, but he only looked at it. Naruto shushed out of the building, leaving Sasuke to reconsider the ways to power. I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to see Chuji and Shikamaru for ramen. Naruto tried to get the thought out of his head by going to tell Lee about the new recruits. 2 minutes later, he quickly ran to the Ikikaru ramen, but there was no one in the stands. Hey Ayami-chan, have you seen any genin around here? Yeah Naruto, they said that they were going to the Hokage's office and that if you came by to tell you to meet them there. Thanks Ayami-chan. Anyway, 1 bowl of miso ramen please. Naruto, she said, shaking her head, don't you think you should go now? Emphasizing now. Well yeah, but I'm really hungry and tired and ramen always makes me feel better. Ayami sighed, fine Naruto, but only 1 bowl, then you're going. Thanks Ayami-chan, you're the greatest. Naruto yelled with much enthusiasm. Naruto finished the bowl 30 seconds after getting it, paid, and went on his way. I wonder what the Hokage wants. Naruto thought uneasily. If it's a mission, I'll miss training with Ero-sanin. Hello Naruto, said a green-clad ninja. Hey Lee, where are you going? Well Naruto, you see, my team and I have been assigned to help a new genin team on a mission to show them fundamentals like teamwork and leadership, and by teaching them, Guy-sensei says everyone will become more youthful. What? So you're saying the teams have already been decided? Naruto screamed in surprise. That's what I have heard Naruto. You seem very youthful today. Lee shouted back just as loudly. Let's just get there quickly, okay? Naruto said, annoyed at how curious he was becoming. The 2 boys raced each other to the Hokage tower, knocking over the guards on duty and both diving through the door to Tai. Naruto and Lee jumped to their feet to be greeted by the rest of Team Guy, the Hokage, Shikamaru and Hinata. What are you 2 doing here? Naruto asked, confused. You're not a team, are you? Well, actually we are, Naruto-kun. Hinata said quietly. What? Well, what are you waiting for? Fill me in. What are the teams? The teams are Team 7, Sakura, Sasuke, Choji. Team 8, Shino, Kiba, Ino. And finally Team 9, me, Hinata and you when you're available. Shikamaru said lazily. What do you mean me? Naruto asked, confused. Why am I on a team? Well Naruto, you still need to pass the Chunin exam, and well I got the lowest grades in the class and you beat Sasuke, so to even everything out, me and Hinata will work with you whenever you are in Konoha and not on a mission. Shikamaru stated. This guy will make things easier physically, but I get the feeling I'm going to have to do a lot of explaining. What a drag. Ahem, said the Hokage, getting everyone's attention. Alright, your mission is to go to each country and collect from each daimyo the list of ninja competing in the upcoming Chunin exam. Why don't they just deliver the forms themselves? Tenten asked curiously. Well, you see, all of the countries decided to pay for one group since they are too busy to have ninja come deliver the forms. They decided to divide the cost of this mission, making it very cheap for them. The Sandaime looked around the room. Well, if there are no more questions, you are leaving tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. on time. Naruto was sitting on a bench in the park with Hinata standing off to the side and Shikamaru lying on the ground. The sun was slowly setting as an uncomfortable silence settled in. Naruto didn't like it. So who is our sensei? Naruto asked curiously, wanting to get a conversation going. Kurenai-san. Shikamaru said. Crap. Naruto said. More genjutsu training. Is she tough? Shikamaru asked. Well, she makes you work, but she is not too hard. Naruto replied. How troublesome, but I guess it can't be helped. Well, I guess we should go home and get rested for tomorrow. Hinata said softly. Alright then, bye guys, I'm going to train with Lee. Naruto said while running to the training ground. Bye Shikamaru, Hinata-chan. Bye, Naruto-kun. Bye Shikamaru-san, Hinata said too quietly for Naruto but not Shikamaru. Bye Hinata. Shikamaru groaned lazily, shifting his position so he could get a better view of the stars that were slowly dotting the sky. 2 minutes later. Hey, Lee. Naruto said as he dashed towards the green-wearing ninja. Hello, Naruto-san, are you ready to train? Of course. I'm always ready to train. Naruto said, grinning at his friend. The both started their workout routine. Lee, I have a question. Yes, Naruto-san. How can our mission tomorrow be AD rank 1 because we're leaving the country? Or I see our youthful minds think alike. I too do not understand, but with Guy-sensei with us nothing can go wrong. Lee said, convinced. Okay. Naruto said, not at all convinced. The two boys trained late into the night, not wanting to give the other the satisfaction of training longer. Finally both boys collapsed and fell asleep in the soft grass. Morning 8 o'clock a.m. Yawn. Naruto yawned, rubbing his eyes. Where am I? What am I doing? Crap. Naruto slowly turned around to make sure Lee was still asleep. It won't matter that I'm late if Lee is later. Naruto thought mischievously. Naruto sighed, but that would be mean. Standing, Naruto walked over and shook Lee's shoulder. The green ninja kept sleeping. Lee, wake up, damn it. Naruto yelled. I don't have time for this, Naruto thought, annoyed. So instead of waiting, he kicked Lee in the back of the head and ran to get ready. Naruto quickly showered, changed and packed his stuff. Then he headed out to see Ayami and get some ramen. Hey Chuji, Naruto said, surprised to see his friend at Ichiraku Ramen. Hey Naruto, what are you doing here? Chuji asked, happy to see his friend. Well, I get breakfast here every day. Naruto replied as he ordered 10 bowls of pork ramen. Really? Then I should come here more often. Choji said before slurping down his 12th bowl. So I hear you're going on a mission with Shikamaru. Watch his back, please. It's dangerous out there. Chuji said with complete sincerity. Naruto smiled, don't worry Chuji, I promise I'll keep an eye on him. Oh, and just let me know if your teammates are hassling you. If they are, I'll straighten them out. Thanks Naruto, I'll hold you to both of those promises. Well, I have to go, bye. Chuji paid and walked off, waving to Naruto before he turned a corner and was gone. Naruto quickly ate the bowls he had ordered. Bye Ayami-chan, thanks for the food. I'm leaving the money on the counter. Okay Naruto, bye, have a safe trip. Ayami-chan said, busy with another customer's order. Naruto quickly shushing to the main gate. There he found everyone but Lee and Shikamaru. And ironically, the only one who was complaining about how late they were was the one who had just arrived. Naruto, so they're not here right now. Don't complain about it, complaining doesn't make them show up any faster. Kurenai said, annoyed at her student's patience. It's okay Kurenai-san, it's just his passion burns so brightly. Guy said, admiring Naruto's youthfulness. Alright, how about I give you Naruto and you give me Tenten? What the hell? Naruto yelled while Tenten nodded vigorously, crossing her fingers. The female Jonin was serious. Whatever, here they come, let's just go. Neji said icily, annoyed at having to be on a mission with a member of the main house. Lee was sprinting and carrying a very sick and very scared Shikamaru above his head. Let us go. Lee shouted, continuing to sprint past all the waiting ninja. Tears came to Guy's eyes. His youthful passion burns so brightly, I must keep up with him, Guy said, determined to keep up with Lee, and with that Guy sprinted after the two. I guess we have to follow them, Tenten sighed. The rest of the group followed him at a slower pace, of course, except for Naruto, who needed to tell Lee to change his direction. Naruto had been pushing his body but finally realized he would never catch up without Shunshin no Jutsu, so he used it. A few minutes later he had finally caught up to Lee and Shikamaru, who was crying. Lee, stop, you're going the wrong way, Naruto yelled. Lee stopped but skidded 10 meters. Which way do we need to go, Naruto? Well, I need to go to Lightning Country, and since it is actually a faster way, we are first heading to the village hidden in the mist and then the village hidden in the clouds. The rest of the group had just caught up and had their hands on their legs and were bent over. So which way are we going, Naruto? Lee asked. No weariness was detected in his voice. Make a right here and continue straight, and that will take us to Lightning Country. All right, let's continue. Lee shouted, preparing to run off. Wait, Lee. First let Shikamaru down, Naruto said. Or, Shikamaru, when did you get here? Lee said, putting Shikamaru down. Everyone's sweat dropped except Guy. Insert long passionate speech. All right, everyone will go a few more miles, then we'll break before going again. Kurenai said, looking at the thankful face of Tenten and Hinata and the relieved expression given by Neji. But the thankful expressions were lost as Lee and Guy sprinted away to the land of waves. Let's go, Naruto said, running off. You know, Naruto, Shikamaru said while running next to him, I think I'd rather be carried than run at this breakneck pace. Tenten and Shikamaru were lying in the ground while Hinata and Neji were both struggling to stand. What the hell is wrong with that kid? Everyone thought, except Guy, looking at Lee, who had just managed the run without a break to wave country and was now doing 5,000 push-ups. Even Naruto, who wasn't that tired, felt a little winded. Damn, he's so far ahead of me. The group walked off the exhaustion and headed out of the woods and came to a grassy spot that would have been the perfect spot for a picnic if everyone was awake. Naruto and Shikamaru having sprinted to the hill just to lie down. The group, besides Shikamaru and Naruto who were asleep, sat on the top of a hill looking across the sea to wave country. Wow, it's really beautiful, said Lee. The girls both nodded in agreement while Neji just gave Lee a dirty look. All was quiet for a few seconds until Lee jumped into the air. Yes, this is the perfect time to try my formula. Why? Lee shouted, adrenaline zooming through his body. He jumped up and dashed away. What the hell is wrong with him? Neji asked, demanding to know why his teammate was so crazy. Lee returned a few minutes later with a pencil and some sheets of paper, scribbling spastically. What are you doing, Lee? Tenten asked while a sweat drop formed on the back of her head. Trying out my youthful formula, which calculates the youth of a place. Lee exclaimed as if it was the most important invention since ramen. What's the formula? Hinata asked curiously. The formula is the area of the space times the colorfulness multiplied again by the square root of the passion and youth. I am a youthful genius and will now be honored until the day is. Lee stated loudly and proudly. What the hell? Shikamaru said, having just woken up due to Lee's ranting. The formula of youthfulness would be the volume of a space times the colorfulness multiplied again by the square root of the passion and youth in the atmosphere. How could you miss such an easy calculation? Hinata, Tenten and Neji sweat dropped. You've got to be joking. Lee looked puzzled for a moment, then realized his mistake. Shikamaru-sama, you a genius. Lee screamed in deep respect and admiration. Why the F did I just say that? Shikamaru thought, damn calculating mind. I bet you didn't calculate this, he mentally cried to himself, staring at the crumpled mess of green that was hugging his legs. Just as Shikamaru was about to kick Lee off him, Lee shot away to tell Guy-sensei the news. How youthful, Lee, let us go and test as many things as we can before the youthful time of slumber comes. Yes, Guy-sensei, Lee responded with a salute. Both ninjas darting back into the woods. Hey guys, Kurenai said. I convinced Guy to let us stop for the night and cross the water and find a hotel tomorrow because I know you're all really tired now. Thank God, everyone thought gratefully. So while we wait for them to get back, pitch your tents and get a fire going. I'm going to scout out the area. Oh, and for the love of Konohana, someone wake up Naruto. With the final exclamation, she shushined away. The group of genins immediately started work on their tents. 15 minutes later there were two well-made tents, partly due to the fact that Naruto was not allowed to help. Lee returned soon after to help Naruto get the firewood. I thought you and Guy were going to find the youth of everything. Naruto asked suspiciously. Yes, well, we didn't have our abacus and neither of us are very good at math, so we just decided to guess and that didn't take very long. Lee said, putting on a sorry expression at having been defeated by an abacus. Fortunately, Lee's expression changed instantly to happier thoughts. Isn't gathering wood fun, Naruto-san? Lee said, lifting up one side of a tree while Naruto lifted up the other. Why yeah, sure it is. Well, it seems youthful people think alike. Wait. Lee screamed even though nothing was happening. Naruto-san, do you want to sneak out of camp tonight and train? Great idea, Lee. I already took a nap, so I'm fully rested and ready to go. Okay, just don't let anyone know we're going. The two shinobi ran back, carrying their tree, to camp, excited and anxious to train. Hey guys, Naruto and Lee said simultaneously upon returning to camp. Neji shook his head, gritting his teeth, while Shikamaru sighed. Where are the girls? Asked Naruto, suave as hell. Bathing, said both Neji and Shikamaru. Oh, anyway, we got the firewood. No you don't, well not unless you plan on having it be a bonfire and alerting every ninja within 5 miles to our presence. Shikamaru said wearisomely. Yeah, I guess we have to see it. With practiced ease, the two friends began tearing the S-tree apart with punches and kicks. Nice work, Naruto, shouted Lee triumphantly, pointing to the stack of perfectly shaped logs piled on top of each other and ready for the fire. That doesn't seem physically possible. Shimamaru thought, too lazy to do the, for him, simple calculation in his head. The girls returned 10 minutes later, just as the boys had finished building their fire's base and had lit it. All right, time for dinner, Naruto said, thrilled at the thought of ramen. He then proceeded to cook 5 bowls of instant ramen at once, which resulted in one falling into the fire and Naruto crying for 15 minutes. After eating, the two groups split up, Neji, Tenten and Lee into one, Tenten, Naruto, Hinata, and Shikamaru into the other. Naruto had changed into his pajamas right after dinner but had left his regular orange jumpsuit in the forest where he and Lee were going to meet. Good night, guys, Naruto said quietly, testing to see if they were still up. Unfortunately for him, they were awake. Good, Naruto-kun, Hinata whispered. Good night, Shikamaru said gruffly. I was on the verge of falling asleep too. Ah well. 30 minutes later, Naruto and Lee had just met in the forest and were deciding what to do. Alright, Naruto, I feel my youthfulness overpowering me. We must train so it can be released. I've got a great idea, Lee. Let's train on the water. Good idea. We can wash away unyouthful thoughts while we spar. What the hell are his unyouthful though? Oh god. Please don't be those kinds of unyouthful thoughts, Naruto thought, hoping he was wrong. Lee ran ahead to the lake, then Naruto more hesitantly followed afterward. The two shinobi jumped onto the water until they were halfway across to water country. Alright, Naruto, first we shall train and then an hour or two later we will spar. Naruto and Lee both started off the usual schedule with push-ups. A few minutes later they stopped uniformly, both on their 700th push-up. Whoosh. Naruto's hands were not completely above the water and he was happy for a break from training to investigate the noise. Lee, let's go, Naruto shouted, bolting across the water and not giving Lee a chance to catch up. Naruto could see two figures, who were obviously ninja, flying across the water at breakneck speed. One of the unknown ninjas' features were concealed by a cloak, the other was too far away to tell what their appearance was. Naruto and Lee were racing to the figures but were not catching up until the figures stopped. Naruto picked up the words of the uncloaked ninja to the other, leave now. Then the two ninja disappeared. I wonder where they went. Hey, you better run, kid, the figure stated sadistically to Lee, or you'll end up like this guy. He pointed to the orange-wearing ninja that he had thrown over his shoulder. Naruto's thoughts soon became muddled and non-existent. He tried to stay awake but submitted to the darkness and blacked out. Sensei, wake up, Hinata said impatiently. Kurenai yawned and then stood up. She had never seen Hinata in this kind of state before. What's the matter, Hinata? Naruto's BBK. Kurenai's muscles contracted as she heard this, but she forced herself to calm down. Couldn't he just be training? Hinata decided it would take too long for her to explain and pulled her all the way down to the beach. Kurenai stared, stupefied by the body, which usually was jumping around spastically, but now lay unmoving on the ground. Neji, upon seeing the Jonin, ran up and explained the situation. Making sure to only talk about Lee, not wanted to be asked questions about things he didn't know. Kurenai-san, I checked Lee's organs and vital signs. He is okay, but he will not be walking for a few days. Damn, he might be crazy, but he will definitely be missed in the rescue mission, thought Kurenai. Neji, where is Guy? He is looking for the K. What the hell is his problem? What if we're attacked? I can't defend all the genin. She sighed. Well, it's to be expected, they have a very close bond. Alright, for now I want Shino, Shikamaru, Tenten and Hinata to guard Lee while Neji and I go find Guy. Kurenai-san, I must inquire as to why you are taking me instead of Hinata. 1. She is your student, and 2. If the group guarding Lee is attacked, I would be better at defending it. Well, it's because, Kurenai stopped when she saw Hinata's pleading look. She hadn't told him. She shook her head. This made things a lot more complicated. Hinata had been dabbling in the medic ninja field and had recently been rapidly improving. Aren't you better at using the Byakugan? She asked, trying to rile him up a little. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Yes, but the difference in ability only applies to smaller things with much less chakra significance. Even Hinata is able to see a Jonin's chakra signature. Kurenai, though extremely annoyed at being out-reasoned, realized they didn't have time to argue. I have taught Hinata well. So you are coming with me and that's the end of it, now let's go. Neji smirked. How he loved to provoke weaklings. Why did I insist on taking him? The red-haired woman wondered, questioning her reasoning. Elsewhere, Naruto sat on the ground. He was tied to a tree by a metal wire and his wrists were tied as well. He was beat rather badly because whenever he struggled to be free, the wires see into his S. Hey kid, if you struggle too much you're going to K yourself. The older ninja said from the other side of the tree, not giving Naruto the opportunity to see his face. Naruto knew it was true, but he was pissed. I didn't analyze the situation. He thought, disgusted with himself. What if the others get hurt now? It would be my fault. Kid, I'll let you go after you answer a few questions. Who do you think you're fooling? It doesn't matter, you'll just K me afterwards. Why don't you fight me instead? You got lucky sneaking up on me. I'll kick you goddamned worthless ass. He shouted in defiance. Rain slowly started to fall but was gradually picking up speed. Naruto had been thinking and he now had a grasp on the situation. What are your questions? That's more like it, kid. Why are you here? Because you brought me here. What kind of a question is that? You stupid piece of crap, why are you in wave country? The man yelled, rapidly losing his temper. We are here to get a list of the genin who are going to be in the Chunin exam. Naruto said, seeing no reason not to tell him. Alright, it's understandable for an ignorant brat like you not to know this, but there are no ninja in wave country. Well, there are a few in hiding but not enough to go to the Chunin exam. Anyway, next question, who is with you? No one. Who else, damn it? No one. The man spun around the tree and covered Naruto's face with his hand, not letting Naruto see anything. Tell me or else. Naruto was sweating at this point. The guy was serious. I need to bide some time. I'll give you to the count of 3. 1. Quote, 2. Why do you care? That doesn't matter. He yelled as the blonde's head against the wall. Naruto slowly felt B drip down his head. I've lost a lot of B and the QB can't heal me at this rate. Forget fighting him, now I have to try and stay awake. I'm screwed. Kid, do you think anyone in your group could beat me? The ninja said, quickly noticing the boy was losing the battle to stay awake. Yes, he replied weakly. How many? 1. How many jonin are in your group? Quote. How many? He shouted angrily. Quote. He raised his knife to the boy's tea before realizing the boy was unconscious. Stupid brat, as soon as he starts talking he faints. He began to walk away. If your friends can defeat me then they can come and rescue you, otherwise US. 3 hours later, Naruto slowly awoke to the sound of something snapping. He cautiously opened his eyes only to his delight see Guy Sensei doing his good guy pose. I took Naruto a few seconds to realize Guy was holding the wire and was be quite a bit. Guy Sensei, wouldn't it have been easier to see the wire instead of R it off? Of course, but with the dramatic effect at the time I got caught up in the youthfulness of the situation. Naruto would have sweat dropped, but he was in too much pain to move that much. Guy, you have to go back and protect the others. I think the guy is going to attack. The youth that radiates out of you is astounding, but I can't leave you hurt like this. Besides, Kurenai-san can easily take care of herself. Guy Sensei, the guy you'll have to face is on elite jonin level. Without you our friends are going to get hurt, and that's not even taking into consideration the other ninja. Also, I will be fine, I'm a quick healer. I'll meet up with you in an hour or 2. Your youthfulness is blinding, be careful Naruto-san. Good luck Guy Sensei, Naruto yelled at the fleeting green figure. And now to get some rest. At the camp, Kurenai, you returned quickly, did you find Guy Sensei or Naruto? Tenten asked. No, but we had to make sure you guys were okay. What do we do now? Shikamaru asked as calmly as ever. Well, I'm not sure. Perhaps it would be best to Kurenai stopped her sentence short to dodge 2 shuriken. Everyone, we've got company, she yelled. A tall man jumped out of a tree and right into the middle of the camp. I guess you're the group with the blonde-haired kid. The man laughed sinisterly. What did you do to Naruto? Shikamaru asked, very annoyed. Does it matter you can't find him when you're S? Neji charged the man, intending to take him out with one blow. The man easily dodged the blow. Interesting, a Hyuga, I could make some money off you guys. What's your name? Neji asked, angered that he missed his mark. Momoki, Zabuza. Zabuza grabbed the sword from his back and created 5 water clones. In response, Tenten opened fire, hurling shuriken after shurikens towards the clones. 2 fell to her weapons. Well, little girl, how well can you throw when you can't see your target? Zabuza laughed. Kirigakure no jutsu. Hidden miss technique. This is not good. Tenten thought, growing more and more nervous with each second of blindness. You children aren't capable of fighting someone like me no matter who is with you. Would you like to know why? He laughed sadistically. All the genin looked at their enemy in silence, even Neji. Well, I'll tell you anyway, because in my fight I kill the weak ones first so they don't get in the way of the real fight. 2 clones appeared behind Tenten and she see them down with a staff. The third see her staff in half and then went in for a K blow. Tenten threw herself to the ground and kicked the clone's feet out from under him. The clone fell back and upon hitting the ground splashed into water. Very good girl, now that you weaponless, how about fighting me? Neji and Hinata both had their Byakugan on and could still fight at full power, not having to worry that the target wasn't where they thought. The 2 charged forward. Only one thought raced through Neji's brain. He is a criminal, therefore he is destined to fall before the might of the Hyuga clan. And only one through Hinata's. What have you done to Naruto? Pests, don't get in my way. Zabuza yelled, grabbing Neji's wrist with his left hand. Zabuza then he swung his sword in an attempt to see Hinata's tea. Hinata tried to pull back her punch but was too far in the movement. She then realized she wasn't going to be able to dodge it. Zabuza's sword stopped an inch away from Hinata's en. What the hell? Zabuza snarled. Hinata turned to see Shikamaru struggling not to lose control of Zabuza. The shadow flickered and was already growing smaller. Thank you. Hinata said, very relieved. Somebody hit him. Shikamaru panted between words. He's really strong. Shikamaru slowly forced Zabuza to let go of Neji. Neji wasted no time landing a few hits on Zabuza. Shikamaru sighed in relief. Every time Neji hits him he becomes easier to control. Thank God, it would have been such a drag to have held him like that any longer. Just then another figure appeared in the mist and while jumping in front of Zabuza fired Senbon needles at Shikamaru. Shikamaru jumped back to avoid being hit and in doing so was forced to release the shadow. Haku, you're late. I'm sorry, Zabuza-sama. Who the hell are these people? Neji wondered angrily. Haku, take care of the Jonin, I'll take care of the kids as well as the other Jonin when he gets here. Of course, Zabuza-sama. In an instant Haku appeared in front of Kurenai. I will fight you now. How do you know we have another Jonin with us? Neji asked. Think Naruto had betrayed them. Well, the blonde brat wouldn't tell me anything except one in your group could beat me and it's obviously no one here. Neji cringed at the last part of the comment. He was right, I'm a disgrace to the clan. Zabuza grabbed Neji's wrist. It's time for you to leave this fight. Zabuza began spinning while swinging Neji. Bye, and with that final remark he threw Neji into Tenten, who could not see what was going on, knocking them both out. Shikamaru cringed. With Tenten and Neji gone, it will be up to just me and Hinata to take out a ninja more powerful than their sensei. This guy is just trying to make this a hassle, and we're a Naruto and Guy sensei. They're really needed right now. Just 2 brats left. You better hope you sensei comes soon, because the longer I'm unoccupied the more annoyed I get. And when I'm annoyed, I tend to K people. Zabuza said, his K intent shooting up. Hinata, get close to me. Shikamaru yelled. The only chance we have is if this guy gets Y and tries to fight hand to hand, then I'll have to hold him for a few seconds while Hinata delivers the necessary blows. Let's begin. Zabuza said, doing some hand seals. With Naruto. Naruto had been resting for half an hour before he finally stood up. I have to put my training aside for a little while. I'm not letting my friends get hurt or s. He breathed. Then Naruto reached into the inside pocket of his jacket and with trembling hands took out the small jar containing the training pills. Sorry, sensei. Naruto said, but my friends are in dire need. Naruto opened the jar and put a green pill and popped it into his mouth. Naruto's chakra level shot up and he felt powerful beyond belief. He stood up and watched in amazement as all his wounds healed in just a couple of seconds. Naruto felt his adrenaline rush. Hell yeah, I'm gonna save everyone. Naruto shouted, sprinting back to camp at a speed that even outmatched Lee. With Kurenai and Haku. I'm truly sorry, but I will have to K you. Haku said with sadness in his voice. Demonic mirror ice crystals. Kurenai, unaware of what was happening, watched as the mirrors appeared one after another until they surrounded her completely. What's going on? She asked, confused. Whoosh! 20 senbon needles flew from all directions toward Kurenai. She jumped into the air, dodging them but leaving herself completely open to attack. Haku threw more needles, this time hitting Kurenai with 10 of the senbon needles. Damn, I need to get out of here. She choked out, coughing up B. This guy's aiming to K. Even before she landed, she began to do hand seals. Kokuangyo no jutsu. She said. Bringer of darkness technique. The opponent only sees darkness, leaving him open to attack. Haku was in the middle of jumping to the next mirror when his vision turned completely black. Kurenai, as soon as she has cast the genjutsu, ran out of the mirror enclosure. Once outside, she pulled out the senbon needles. Then, using a few she had pulled out, attacked the mirrors. Why won't the mirrors break? She wondered as the senbon needles she was against it shattered. I guess I'll just have to fight him out outside of the ice prison. I must leave the ice. Haku knew what had to be done. He jumped out of the ice crystal he was in and waited for the attack to come. Why did he leave his mirror? Now he's open to attack, or does he want to be attacked? Well, there is only one way to find out. Kurenai bent down slowly, making sure not to make any noise while picking up 5 more senbon needles. Then she threw them with all the force she could muster. Haku cringed when he felt the needles in his arm, then he rushed over in the direction where the needles had been thrown from and hurled himself into the unsuspecting Kurenai. Damn, why didn't I move? Kurenai thought as she hit the ground. Upon impact with the ground, the genjutsu was released, and with the ability of sight again in his disposal, Haku did not hesitate to strike. Haku picked himself off the ground, leaving the S-woman where she lay. Time to assist Zabuza, Haku thought, slowly getting up. Bam! Just as Haku got up, Guy flew in and using Konoha whirlwind knocked Haku back to the dirt. Sorry I'm late, I was repairing a village that had recently experienced a flood. But don't worry, I still have enough youthful energy to fight. Haku slowly got off the ground and stood up. Ugh, was the only sound he made when his mask shattered. Oh, I'm sorry I mistook you for a male, please forgive me. I would not have hit someone as lovely as you had I known you were a girl. Haku frowned slightly. I'm not a girl, Haku said, taken aback. He had not had much exposure to people seeing him without his mask. I see you are gender confused. That is okay, have no fear, you'll come to your youthful senses in a few years. I'm not a girl, Haku said, very irritated. He whipped around and fired some senbon needles at Guy, who in return caught them all and fired them back. He's fast, I can't hold back, Haku mentally announced, dodging the speeding objects. Sensatsu Susho, secret jutsu, 1,000 needles of death, he calmly said. Guy turned to see no way for him to escape. Interesting, perhaps I can use something to block them. His eyes wandered across the area, passing Haku, then moving on to. That's it, Guy thought triumphantly, his gaze resting on Haku. In an instant, Guy was holding Haku, pinning his arms to the side. I dare you to attack now, Guy yelled, trying to provoke the needles. Haku's eyes widened. This is not good. I've already finished the jutsu. He made a silent prayer and then the needles flew in. Suten, Daibakufu no jutsu, Zabuza yelled. Water style, giant vortex jutsu. Shikamaru and Hinata dived to the right, but before they could get to their feet, Zabuza fired another blast, and this time the vortex hit them on, knocking them out. Zabuza bent down to their tea when he saw Haku was on the verge of death. Damn kids, I'll K you later, Zabuza whispered to the unconscious Genin. I better make it over there in time, Zabuza thought, sprinting towards Guy and Haku. Not so fast, Naruto yelled, emerging from the forest, hurling a few shuriken at Zabuza. I don't have time for you now, brat, Zabuza said, halting to dodge the projectiles. Then he glanced at Naruto. How the hell did your wounds heal so fast? Well, does it really matter, because I'm going to beat your into the ground. Believe it. Zabuza turned around and flinched as he watched as the needles hit Haku. Guy dropped the pincushion named Haku and pulled a few senbon needles out of his own body, mainly his left arm. Do you think you can beat both of us? Naruto asked. Brat, do you know who you're talking to? I'm Momoki, Zabuza, demon of the mist. And with that he charged, thrusting his sword at Naruto's head. Naruto ducked down and kicked the inside of Zabuza's right shin, sending Zabuza to the ground as a tremor of pain engulfed his leg. Zabuza got up. Hey, seems like I underestimated you, brat. Naruto grinned. It's time to go full out. Taju Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Multi-shadow clone jutsu, he shouted. Zabuza jumped back, a little shocked at what the kid he had so easily knocked out was capable of, and started doing hand seals, whirlpool defense no jutsu. Guy and all of Naruto clones, about 100, hit the tornado made out of water that Zabuza had created. The tornado was around 50 feet high. Fools, this jutsu is both an offensive and defensive jutsu. If you touch it, sucks you in and will hold you until you drown. Naruto's clones disappeared. He looked at Guy, who shook his head. What the hell were they supposed to do? I don't have any fire jutsu powerful enough to cancel out this one, got it? Taju Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto screamed. A second later, over 1,000 Narutos completely filled up the tornado of water and a couple started spilling out. Each Naruto grabbed another one until there was a huge chain and Guy was on the end. Then the Narutos whipped out of the tornado and shot Guy at Zabuza. Guy hit Zabuza with a right hook to the jaw. Zabuza used his sword to push himself off the ground. I'll KO you both. Guy charged again. Whirlpool defense no jutsu, Zabuza called, catching Guy completely. Now I just need to stop the brat. He turned to Naruto, whose clones stared to charge, all of them getting ready to jump into the vortex and save Guy. Not so fast, Zabuza said, hacking down clones every which way. A few got past, of course, but their numbers were too few to accomplish anything. Now half the shadow clones were left. One attacked Zabuza while the rest went to save Guy. Zabuza sent a horizontal S at the clone, only it dodged and punched Zabuza in the face. That's when Zabuza realized that the Naruto he was fighting wasn't a clone. Naruto punched at Zabuza again, only this time his fist was caught. Oh, Naruto thought, tensing right before Zabuza's fist holding the sword nailed him in the face. Naruto fell to the ground dizzy, all his clones disappeared. Guy Sensei is on the verge of passing out. He's been in there swimming and struggling to get out for 5 minutes. What am I going to do? It's over, brat, Zabuza yelled, brining his sword down. Naruto willed his body to move, but he couldn't. What's wrong with me? Naruto strained hopelessly, knowing even if he did recover his muscle control in time, he was done for. Zabuza's sword stopped an inch away from Naruto's head. Finally, Naruto tried pumping chakra into his muscles and it worked. He began forcing his body to move with chakra. He turned to see Shikamaru using shadow possession jutsu. Naruto, using all his chakra to force himself to move, stood up. Don't worry, he said to the panting Shikamaru, I'll end this now. Taking a kunai from his pocket, Naruto breathed, you knew you would have to someday, it's just too bad it was now. Zabuza's skin was tough, but the steel of the kunai was much tougher and sharper. B out of the wound, but surprisingly he was still not S. Zabuza fell to his knees. He tried to say something, but instead a gurgling noise was made and B sprayed out onto Naruto's shirt. Shikamaru's eyes went wide with the realization that a genin had just killed a ninja who was easily on Jonin level, forget that a person period. Having released the shadow jutsu moments before, he then jogged over towards Naruto. Both genin watched as Zabuza crawled over towards Haku. Naruto was surprised at how far Zabuza had gotten, but not nearly as surprised when he collapsed. Zabuza spurted out B in attempt to call out to Haku. Damn it, I'm sorry, Haku. Naruto felt a R of pain course through his body. Ugh, he cried out while trying to suppress the tears running down his face. The waves of pain were intensifying with each minute. Naruto could only scream in pain as he experienced violent spasms and an intense headache. Shikamaru's gaze lurched from the corpse of Zabuza to his teammate, who was shaking and gasping for air. Where's Guy Sensei? He thought in a panic. Hold on, Naruto'll be back. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.